Hello and welcome to another addition to the Let's Try series. We're trying Into the Pit. I saw this game on Steam and it had a demo, and I figured I'd try the demo, and it looks. That's all I'm gonna say. I actually don't know much about it. I do know it falls into it's kind of this roguelite ish genre. They call me foolhardy, but you are more reckless than ever. Our grandfather, your pursuit of arcane knowledge is admirable, but this time I fear you have gone too far. This is a look. You know, I know that I gotta wonder, why are they called boomer shooters and not just Doom likes? Like, that seems to me like the perfect name for it. I knew you were following a rumor through the wastelands, the scent of dark rituals allowing access to other worlds, but since your last missive begging me to come here, I have heard nothing. And that last sentence lost to the annals of time. So I promised to find you, and now I am here at the outskirts of a desolate hamlet under dark eldritch skies. What did you discover, Lyridia? Are you still here? And if not, have you left a trail for me to follow? So this is maybe falls into the category of a boomer shooter, kind of classic strafey, actiony, combat-y, shooty, heretic-y, hexen-y, very chaos driven kind of gameplay. And then you have your standard I think we have meta progression. I don't know. We'll get to that can of worms when we get there. Ruination is upon us, stranger. A profound evil emanates from the great pit. Our beloved alderman has abandoned us, and most of the villagers have vanished with him. It also appears that an invisible demogorgon currently curses you too, restricting your powers. The remaining villagers are too scared to do anything, but perhaps the ritual keeper could help. I beg you, go speak with him. His alcove is in the tunnel across the plaza. Oof. Wonder, do we have video settings? Okay. Do we have motion blur? I feel like we have motion blur, even though it doesn't say that we do. Hello, Outlander. I'm afraid you have caught me at a bad time. Normally, I would be able to offer you valuable exchange services. However, my vault is locked and my ink wells are dry. My business is to serve the villagers in monetary matters, exchanging motes and whatnot. However, most of my normal clients are lost within the pit due to some incident involving the alderman. There is simply no point in operating any business without clients to provide for. 18 or so returned villagers would make it worth my while. Go forth and extricate them. All right. There's a lot of exclamation marks, probably informing me of different forms of things that I can possibly upgrade. We have like an enchanter. We have some fun geometry that I'm getting stuck on. We got a key maker. We got a rune carver. I think we have the dungeon. I'm going to jump into the dungeon. Oh. Is this it? I thought... For a second there, I thought, oh, they're just going to, like, throw me right in. Ritual. Set runes within the sigil below to open the pit to the underworld. Mote of gold. Okay, so we got kind of like mutators, which is probably, that probably dates me really well if you remember mutators from, like, Unreal Tournament. Not Unreal Tournament 2004, I mean, like, OG Unreal Tournament. Okay, so we got some cool kind of mutators. Oh, do we physically get to jump in? No. I love the look of this. Like, it seriously sold me. I'm like, even if this game does have the dreaded meta progression, I'm okay. Let's do it. Okay, so we do actually have some stuff. Okay, beginning each journey within the pit with the cheat death ability already partly charged. Okay. Rune of early renewal. Begin each journey into the pit with a small amount of motes. With additional health, that seems like a good idea. And then we have Rune of the second wind. Begin each journey into the pit with the cheat death ability already partly charged. Let's do some more of that. Oh, did we already do it? Are we out of things? Okay. I guess we could have everything. Gotcha. Those are all the same runes. Interesting. Confirm ritual. Oh, heck yeah, bud. Oh, and we descending into heck. This is like gotta be like the perfect game to try around Halloween, which is partially my motivation here. Okay, ritual chamber depths 1, 0 of 4 altars active. Talk to the ritual keeper. Yes, Outlander, it is me, but this far casting spell won't last for long, so listen carefully. In each level of the pit, there are 4 altars that you need to activate in order to dive deeper. To activate an altar, you must enter the chambers leading from this room and destroy the keystones hidden within. Activating an altar will also reward you with an orb of power. Absorb it to increase the potency of your abilities. The keystone chambers also contain healing pools, lost villagers, or treasure in the form of elemental motes. Some motes you can trade for runes in the village. Others will to help your progress here in the pit. Okay, you will gift me something. I don't know. We'll never know. We'll upgrade our abilities. Fires a focused stream of projectiles. Fires a mid-range projectiles in a widespread pattern. Fires bursts of long-range projectiles. Absorbs this power into your left hand. Okay, let's do that. So do we have like left click, right click? I kind of already love the idea of that. So let's have a cannon in our left hand and a bomb in our right hand. And then we will to upgrade ourselves. Slows melee attackers. You will sometimes replenish health when an enemy dies. Increase damage when health is at 90% or higher. I kind of really dislike mechanics that require you to be at full health. So let's go for something that gives us a bit more survivability. Okay, so we must to enter the Chamber of Luck. Destroy 3 keystones. We already took damage. Wow, the combat, honestly, like instant gratification in spades, I must say. I don't know if we have ammo. This is something I'll figure out, I'm sure. I do appreciate those, just the impact of like a certain projectiles is really, oh god, really good. Do we have splash damage? We do have splash damage. Okay, so I should be firing that at the ground. Seems we can fire that off with pretty much reckless abandon. We have jumping, of course. You know, it's not a given. When, you know, Doom came out... Wait, actually Doom did have jumping, didn't it? I can't remember. I don't think Doom had jumping. Destroy the keystone. Oh, hold it. Okay. Heck yeah, bud. Okay, we're destroying more keystones. I flubbed the jump on that. I think we've killed everything. No, I still hear like combat music. So it might be that there's still things to kill. Oh yes. Can we fire? We can fire both things at once. So we have like pretty much freedom, like total freedom in terms of like using our own weaponry, which is good. I do really like the movement. It is a little bit floaty, but that's it. I think that's actually works to its benefit. All motes collected. Chamber of Luck complete. Time 2. I wonder if there's you get something extra for... Talk to the ritual keeper before collecting this item. Okay. Where is that? Oh, he's right here. I wonder if you get something extra for beating it like with under a certain time. Now that you've survived a keystone chamber, you may select your reward. If none of the options please you, and you have enough motes of renewal, you can summon up a new selection. Spell upgrades come in different power levels, and gathering motes of luck will increase the appearance of the higher level options. For this orb, I have used my powers to grant you the highest upgrades. But after this, you must rely on your own luck. And I again lost the last message. It's fine. Projectiles from your left hand apply bleeding to your enemies, causing damage over time. Projectiles from your right hand causes curse to your enemies, causing outgoing attacks to hurt the attacker. Chance to enrage after being injured. Kind of like slicing bolts. So let's take those. I noticed that this is now activated. I guess we could have chosen between one or the other here. So we do have quite a bit of option in terms of like our fate. So we have Chamber of Blood or Chamber of Luck. Not sure what the difference is. So we tried Chamber of Luck before. Let's try Chamber of Blood to see what's up. Mote of Blood. I think it's important with these kind of games, you gotta move, keep moving. Because undoubtedly something is always firing at you. Or chasing you, or attacking you. Important to note that my left weapon and my right weapon don't really synergize. I guess unless I hit the thing directly. If I hit the thing directly, then they do synergize. But the thing that I am concerned about is that... Ooh, oh, you can hurt yourself. Interesting. Good to know. I'm learning the hard lessons so that when the game comes out, you don't have to learn them yourself. I should note, yeah, this is the demo, and I don't believe the game is out yet. But I think it comes out soon. These are the kind of things that I should find out before I jump into these Let's Tries. But I will put a link to the game in the description so that you can find out for yourself and maybe add the game to your wish list if it speaks to sings your heart song kind of thing. So that was pretty good. A minute and 20 seconds. Oh, I didn't collect all the motes. That's no good. Not sure what that really means for us, to be honest. Critical breath. Projectiles from your left hand will critically hit if you have not cast from this hand for a few seconds. Projectiles from your right hand have increased rate of fire. When you are bleeding, your damage is increased. We upgraded our left hand last time. Let's upgrade our left hand this time. So now we have Chamber of Healing, Chamber of Embers. Didn't they say that each area was going to have a thing of healing? Well, okay, let's try Chamber of Healing. Aha. Can I... Aha. Okay, so we got a little bit of health. That was it. That's all you need to do. I guess you are maybe incentivized to take on an extra combat if oh, is this done? We only needed 3. If because you get more motes and stuff for doing a combat. So what is this? You can use this portal to return to the village. It will end your current dungeon run. Your powers will be removed, but you will keep any loot you have found. To open the portal deeper into the pit, you must activate all 4 altars. I thought I did. Well, I know I didn't, but I don't know. It won't seem to let me activate a portal. I can't keep going. Maybe this is like... Oh, wait, I didn't pick this up. That's why, maybe. Projectiles from your left hand apply bleeding. We already did that, so that would add more bleeding, I think. Projectiles from your right hand apply weakness to your enemies, reducing their damage. Or we could increase our maximum health. Let's go for heavy damage. Now these are open to us. So we could do Chamber of Embers. Chamber of what exactly? Of Luck again. Let's do Chamber of Embers. It's not letting me. Still. Let's try the other one. Is this a problem or is this a bug that I am encountering? It won't let me enter. Okay, let's go back to town. See what happens. We get to check out maybe like what the meta progression is. Rescued 0 out of 5. I didn't collect any villagers, so I think I just maybe I ran into a soft block by accident. Ritual Keeper. Well done, Outlander. You managed to descend from the level above. Now you're familiar with how these chambers work. Be sure to look out for any of my lost friends. There are a number of villagers hiding within each dungeon. If you can find any Chamber of the Lost and speak to them, I'm sure they will feel safe returning to the village. If enough return, they might be able to offer you further help there. Okay. Let's try one more, and I'll see if I can't do a bit more. Maybe we can see our first boss. I'm assuming there is a boss. These games generally do have bosses. Game kind of reminds me of When You Fall, which was a VR roguelite game, which was pretty cool. It was actually it was pretty fun. I had personal issues with it, but it was very much personal issues with it. But I think in terms of VR, it was like one of the best or better games. Fires mid-range scattering projectiles. Absorb this power into your left hand. The swarm fires mid-range projectiles in a wide spread. Okay, let's try some different weapons. As long as we're going to do a different run. So we have swarm in our left hand. We could have swarm in our right hand as well. Fires long range, high power projectiles. Absorb this power. Okay, let's do like double weapon combo. Killing chance to enrage after killing an enemy. Rage increases your damage for a short time. When you are poisoned, your damage increases. Chance to enrage after being injured. Let's do chance to enrage after killing an enemy. And we'll do Chamber of Embers. So this time I should be able to like fire off with reckless abandon. Ooh. Oh, this is pretty satisfying actually. This is gonna be hell on my mouse, no pun intended. I'm just like alternating between both left and right click. Gotta make sure you're not being followed. We did take a little bit of damage when I entered, but that's fine. It's kind of maybe a little bit hard to distinguish, at least for me, between taking damage and activating range. Also, I don't think I got everything. Oh, I did get everything. That was pretty good. Projectiles from your right have increased rate of fire. Yes. Chance to enrage after killing an enemy. Let's increase our chance to enrage. I think that is like very good. Wealth or luck? Let's do wealth. Wealth sounds good. Yes, that chance to enrage, I feel pretty good about that because that's going to basically guarantee extra damage from us at a certain point. This definitely has a Hexen feel about it, which I'm very much appreciating. What is this? Jump pad? Yo, jump pad. I'm appreciating the some of the stuff in here. This feels new but old, you know, like familiar but a very refreshing take on, you know, some pre-existing concepts. I gotta make sure I collect all the motes before I go destroying keystones. I think that there's one more keystone, so this is fine. I wonder if you'll get like fun abilities like a double jump or something, or like flying. Can't remember what the name was. It bullets per second or bullets per minute was a game I featured on the channel, which was pretty good. I liked it quite a lot. Kind of reminds me of that. There have been a few of these games now. You know, like shooter roguelite games. They're fun. I mean, I generally like these kind of games. Meta progression aside, I like projectiles from your cause bleeding. Has a chance to explode on the enemy's death. Interesting. Sure, let's try that. Since we have a lot of projectiles, I'm gonna assume that maybe the more things we're firing at an enemy, the more chance that it has to plant a seed or bomb. Regarding meta progression, I've spoken on this before. I'm honestly okay with meta progression as so long as it includes player success into the equation and not just player death. I find that meta progression that basically requires the player to die removes player agency basically from the the game. That's my take. You don't have to agree with me. But this feels very fair right now. I know this is like the first level, and generally these things ramp up in difficulty. These games kind of ramp up in difficulty very, I wouldn't say suddenly, but you know, maybe exponentially. Like level 1 is like, yeah, you should be able to beat level 1 no matter what, all the time. Wonder these feel like you should be able to interact with them somehow. And then level 2 is like, okay, we're getting to a stage where things are doing like a lot of damage to you, and you're maybe not doing very much damage to anything. And that's when you kind of reach this wall of like, well, I'm gonna have to upgrade some stuff back in the village before I can really do anything. Pierce through enemies. That's pretty good. Increases the extra damage applied by enrage. Well, we want that for sure. This is blood. Healing. Well, we don't need healing. Let's take on some extra challenge. Ooh, we almost took some damage there. That was very close. That's why you got to keep moving. You don't have to like move methodically. Just keep moving. Did we take some damage there? It was hard to tell, honestly. I think I definitely picked a combination. Like, it's a boring combination. It's just two of the same weapon, but it's really working for me. I am enjoying it. I do wonder. I think we've already seen this level before. I wonder how this game is gonna like pile on the enemies. You know. When you get items like plants a seed that makes an enemy explode, that says a lot to me about like the game is maybe likely to throw swarms of enemies at you. Did I get all of the motes? No, I didn't. There's one more. Cheat death available. So we can officially die. That's kind of nice. I do kind of appreciate a mechanic that like offers a bit of forgiveness. So is that the fourth one? No, there's one more. Slicing bolts. Projectiles from air do extra damage to enemies with 2 or more afflictions, reducing incoming damage by a small amount. Let's go for projectile penetration. Oh, that was all 4. Okay, so now we can dive deeper into the pit. So this is all one dungeon. This is the Obsidian Fortress. I guess that is the only dungeon made available to us. We'll see how the difficulty ramps up, because I am curious about that. Oh god, that was kind of scary. Ooh. Did not like that sound. Feels like everything dead. There's maybe a couple stragglers. I do wonder, it seems like maybe the game wants or expects you to like kill those keystones when you find them, but that is not what I want to do. Like 100% I want to kill everything on the floor and then deal with the keystones. Also, the fact that you're meant to like, you definitely incentivized to collect the motes. I'm not sure what the motes do yet. I am assuming they're a form of currency, but it seems to me that you want to like kill everything on the floor, collect all the motes, and then destroy both keystones or all of the keystones. Replaces slicing bolts. Interesting. Okay, so you can only have a certain amount of stuff. Acquire at level 1. Projectiles from your right hand do extra damage to enemies with 2 or more afflictions. Reduces incoming damage by a little bit. Refuse power +5 something. Refresh choices. Well, we do have enough. We could refresh the choices. Let's try this. Projectiles from your right hand increase damage. Deflects back a percentage of melee damage. Let's increase our piercing. This is on our left hand. Yeah. Well, we should increase the damage on our right hand. We should be doing. I think there's like a little bit of a balancing game here. We are losing a little bit of health. If there's a chamber of healing, I might want to consider that. That was a bit of unnecessary damage we just took. We now have enemies that appear when you enter parts of the dungeon. That's interesting. Definitely things are ramping up. I wonder if there are like melee attacks in this game. Like, I know there are from enemies, but I'm wondering if there are, if you could maybe get like a sword in one hand and then, you know. What are these? This seems weird. Ow! That's a trap. Okay. Okay, we don't want to be walking into traps. Is that a moat? That is a moat. Ouch. All motes collected. So we are like almost half dead. It really depends on your outlook on life. Are we half dead or are we half alive? You know? More piercing. Projectile from your left hand do increased damage to enemies under 20%. If an enemy dies while afflicted, the affliction can spread to nearby foes. Contagion +1. Piercing. Do we already have piercing? And if so, on what? We'll get Contagion. Contagion sounds fun. Did I already choose not to take a healing? You can, this is interesting. You can kind of choose methodically, like, which rooms you want to take. So, like, I could take a challenging room. It's like, okay, you know, I have full health. Oh. Lost Villager. I followed the alderman down here because of the riches he claimed he could uncover, but then he vanished and I am trapped in this hovel. Could you possibly see fit to free me by removing that keystone? Sure. So yeah, you could, you know, take a challenge and then possibly, like, you take a little bit damage, so you leave a room that has a healing well. Chance to enrage after collecting a mote. Projectiles from your left hand have increased rate of fire. Well, it's at +3, so I think I gotta do that. We have 3 or 4 rooms. I'm gonna go until I die, and then I'll call it for this let's try. And that rhymes, so you know that it's good. You know, that's how you know that it's true. As you know, anything that rhymes is equivocally true. You know, there's no falsehoods when it rhymes. All right. Well, I still have the rage. The thing about the rage is it really, ooh, these things are kind of tanky. It does incentivize you to like want to keep moving since you want to make the most of your rage ability. And this can, drive you to making stupid mistakes, like, walking into enemies or just being like overall very rash in your movement. We're still doing well. I mean, I am at half health, but explosive seed on our left hand, well, that would be good because that's going to increase our chance to add seed. And then we're diving deeper into the well. I'm wondering if at like depth 3 there's a boss or something. It is kind of like how these things go, right? Aha. Outlander, by now you should know the evil logic of these chambers, but know also that there are more twisted dimensions within these depths. Free enough villagers in the Keymaker will offer you additional runes to access these realms. Once you have obtained 2 of these keys, I will upgrade the ritual sigil in the village to allow you to use such runes in a combination. This form of ritual opens the pit to domains that are an evil hybrid of 2 realms, with the denizens and hazards of both. As you've already seen, the ritual sigil also contains slots for support runes. Once you have conquered 2 dungeons of the pit, I will open more of these slots for your use. See, that's what I like. I appreciate that. Complete a dungeon and it, offers access to new dungeons. Complete 2 pit dungeons. Well, I don't think I'm going to be doing that. I think even if I do complete this dungeon, I will probably call it for this video. But this game interests me quite a bit. I think it's got a good combination of challenge and it's fun. I love the aesthetic. I always say that. I mean, honestly, you can almost always assume that if I play a game on this channel, I probably like the way it looks because the look of the game almost definitely pulled my interest. But this game's got promise. If I was going to offer criticism, okay. I mean, never mind. Honestly. Oh my goodness. My concern is that eventually we'll get tired of the same 3 enemies, but that concern is pretty much dispelled. The game is offering new enemies at a pretty good rate. I got caught on the geometry there a little bit. Not necessarily the game's fault. Okay, I think we're good. Nope, there's still another enemy. These are interesting. They seem to... You have to attack them from a certain angle. Ow! It shot me there. That did a lot of damage. I was like at close to full health, and now I'm at 70. Oh, we missed a moat. Darn. Enfeeble Bolt's Curse. Projectiles from your hand. Apply a curse to your enemies, causing outgoing damage attacks to hurt the attacker. If an enemy dies while afflicted, the attacker can spread. Let's get some more contagion. I like stacking benefits. Is this healing? Chamber of Renewal. Chamber of Wealth. Well, let's try Renewal. I know that's different from healing. It must be. I would say I like the sound effects in this game. I think the sound design could maybe use some work. Not sound, balancing, I guess. Like, I'm not sure necessarily where enemies or sound effects are coming from. I know that's a very difficult thing to work out, but I think in this kind of game where you're throwing enemies out at multiple different angles, it would benefit the player to know more specifically where those sounds are coming from. Ow. Oh my goodness. I'm almost dead. It seems to me that these enemies are extra tanky. That crystal, I think, was like making stuff tankier. I am really gonna need an extra heal. I don't think that's gonna happen. We do have another crystal. Seems to have that shield effect above it. I'm not sure if that means that it has extra tankiness or what. I think I killed everything. Man, that was rough. I wonder if motes of renewal are like very good, something you need a lot of, and so there's a added benefit. Oh, thought I killed everything. Added benefit to like taking on these extra challenging rooms. Just about done. I suppose if we like the thing about like destroying the keystones is you have to stand in front of them. So if there are any enemies, it really kind of puts you at risk. So you can't depend on the idea of like completing a room before you kill everything. Projectiles from your hand apply curse. Yeah, let's do that. I'm not going to take anything that replaces something because like if I have a couple of stacks on something, it's going to make things more difficult. If I was playing this game legitimately, like if I was doing a series, for instance, I would probably head back to the village right now. Because I'm just way too low to risk fighting, continuing the fight. But it is what it is. This is for the Let's Try. We're showcasing the game. We're seeing what's what. I knew that was a trap. You can't trap a trapper. You can't trick a. You can't fool me once. Shame on me. Ah, no! Cheat death. We have cheated death. Death has been cheated. Okay. So you can't just spam attack. Some things need a little bit of thought applied to them. I appreciate that traps are obvious in this game. I've played some like previous entries into the shooter roguelite genre that I didn't really appreciate because like you're kind of expected to learn what traps are, because you died to them or because you immediately took damage. They can be a bit too subtle sometimes, I think. Increase your movement speed. Yeah, let's increase our movement speed. Are we done? We are done. Okay. I forgot that we had a thing that was going to recover us. I don't know how deep this pit goes. Depth 4. How many depths are there? Is that something we get to know? They might have told me and I forgot, or I wasn't paying attention. Hey, I just realized we can just hold these buttons down. Why have I not been doing that? That's much better. That's like really nice now. Seems like we do have a limit to how much we can fire. I'm not sure what the limit is. There's no like ammo or like cooldown from what I can tell. But it's okay. As long as we, like, hold off attacking for a little bit, it seems like we can pretty much let loose. I am gonna die for real pretty soon. Have I not collected any motes yet? Not sure what 0 of 15 on the top left means. Missed some motes. Piercing, Frenzied Looter, chance to enrage after collecting a mote. I think, do I have that already? Let's get some more piercing. We'll get some more bleeding. Maybe the blood motes add to my 0 of 15. Yeah, that is true. Maybe that actually recovers my chance, like my survival, like my surviving death ability. That could be true. That seems right. It feels like it should be right, even if it's not. But that being said, I don't think I'm going to get 15 blood motes in this depth, or in this room, dungeon. Oh, there's a crystal. It's going to make things more difficult on me. Okay, there we go. One of 3 keystones destroyed, so we gotta make sure we collect everything before we go destroying them. I keep saying that and then not doing it. Where's the last keystone? Okay, there it is. Solid. I don't know if I got all the motes. I am just gonna end. This let's try is running on a little bit. Oh, I did get everything. Nice. If there's another blood, no, there is no blood. Rapid fire. Yeah, let's do some more rapid fire. I do appreciate, like, they're pretty, like, generous in terms of offering. I am starting to understand what these different motes do. They're pretty generous when it comes to these, like, passive abilities, and the abilities aren't, like, I don't know, boring, which I appreciate. You know, there's some ow, what just hit us? Some roguelites can be like, oh, you get like plus 10% chance to, you know, I don't know, to do a critical, and or plus 5%. You know, like their percentile advantages, they don't really do it for me. Is this a trap or something extra? This thing is like a problem. I do appreciate, like, the freedom of movement that we have. It feels good, you know, like you can move pretty freely in the air. Everything feels good about this game. I don't think that anything is, like, misplaced. All motes collected. That's good. Where is the keystone? Is there only one keystone? There is only one keystone. It definitely has that, you know, I get that Doom feeling, that OG Doom feeling of, like, yeah, strafing, fighting stuff. Left hand have the chance to steal life. This sounds really good, and it's also +3. I'm a huge fan. Oh, there's another villager. Of course I am not hiding. I'm in the middle of an important research. If you were to destroy that keystone, could return to the village and share my powerful insights. Fair enough. I guess I did say that I would return to the village if I was playing the game legitimately. I would have lost a lot of extra stuff, wouldn't I? Okay, we gotta add two more explosive seeds. Yeah. Heck yeah, bud. Enter the dungeon heart. Okay, this is gonna be the end of this, and we're fighting a guardian. Ooh. Oh, I like that. Okay. Okay, we want to jump when he does a stompy attack. I tried to jump when he did it. Okay, we got tons of enemy. They summon stuff. I can't stand when bosses summon stuff. But at least he isn't fighting us when we're trying to survive. Ouch. Oh god. Is that the end? Yep. Okay, so jumping doesn't seem to actually help when he stomps. That's disappointing to find out, to be honest. Okay, I think that's it. Pit Guardian vanquished. Heck yeah, bud. Treasures gained. Mote of Insight. What is this? My descent into the pit has been one of terror and revelation. The realm below is one of many layers, linked by passages like dreams of delirium. The Obsidian Fortress is patrolled by demons like the ones we saw in Grandfather's grimoire. I followed the alderman down here because of the riches he claimed he could uncover, but then he vanished. I'm trapped in the hovel. Could you possibly see fit to free me by removing that keystone? Of course. More enemies? Come then, you arrogant youth. Seek me and seek your own death. No matter how deep you venture, you will not find me. So, yeah, I mean, I can appreciate a game or like a roguelite that like I don't feel like I have to upgrade anything in order to complete a dungeon. I'm sure that will change. Like at a certain point, we're gonna be encountering more difficult dungeons, but it looks like that's also up to us. Like that is our decision. We can get new keys for new dungeons. You actually found some villagers. The gullible fools should not have ventured into the pit in the first place. I will stoke the embers and light the forge as promised. Can craft only a few runes for now. However, due to the Demogorgon that is currently haunting you, I cannot help you right now. Unavailable. Oh, I get it. Demogorgon. Oh, that's really funny. Jesus. I can't believe I didn't get that. Support of my returned companions, we have managed to reassemble the machines and reopen the workshop, but the Demogorgon curse that surrounds you means I cannot see you right now. So we can create new rotes and stuff. Merchant. Okay. And then what's over here? Enchanter. Okay. We've rescued 3 of 45 villagers. I shall not congratulate you. You must grow stronger and wiser if you were to find the alderman and conquer the pit. Mark well what I have told you. Provide the key maker above me with the resources he needs, and he will grant you key runes you can use to unlock further pit realms. You will need to visit these realms to save our villagers and gain more power. The rune carver in the plaza can sell you support runes to help you in your search. Gather the motes he requires in order to buy these vital aids. The enchanter can upgrade your support runes, increasing their power levels multiple times, but he is a timid fool and he won't serve you until you have saved more villagers. Finally, the merchant in the plaza can exchange your motes one type for another. This means nothing you find in the pit will go to waste, but he does charge a hefty fee. Okay. So that's Into the Pit. I like this game quite a bit. I like the look of it. I like the design, the actual gameplay, the combat feels good. Everything about it is done with a sense of purpose, and it's been handled very delicately, I think, in a lot of ways. Like, for people like myself who don't like meta progression, I think that the meta progression is done quite well, and does not require you to like go up against a brick wall and die in order to progress. Like you can beat it on your first try. I didn't, but that's because I ran into a bug, which I'm sure will be fixed before the full release of the game. So Into the Pit, definitely check it out. Link in the description. Maybe add it to your wish list. And I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.